Welcome to Wake Up Hex. I'm your guy KNTX, and I am so happy to be joining you guys today. A lot of you probably saw the Cultivate and DC on Rollo Tomasi's show talking to Mr. Robert Kiyosaki himself. If there isn't more bullish news than that, and the price shooting up to 41 cents is what I saw at Wake Up too, there's just nothing to compare. I haven't even looked at it this morning. I was afraid to look at it this morning, honestly. I was afraid that I was going to look at it and just not believe what Nomics had to report to me. So I'm looking at it now, 39 cents. You know what? Still about 6 cents higher than I thought we would be at this point, honestly. So I don't know why anyone could ever be bearish on Hex going forward, and I just watched the haters' faces melt, and I just love it. I just love it, guys. We've already won. We have already won.
Party. Welcome to Win and Chill.
Win and
only
chill.
People in crypto that are constantly winning.
Guess who we have here, guys? Guess who we have?
Oh, there he
my
is.
God.
There he is.
We have
Oh,
Henry,
Hey,
blessed us with
Henry.
his presence.
We've officially won. We've officially won.
We've officially won.
That's it.
And he's gone.
And he's gone.
I guess I
All right,
still
cut
don't
that
look
shit
like
out, Markable.
I slept in this morning, guys. So if it looks like I'm on the edge of death, trust me, I am really excited. So,
We are the captains now.
that's right.
There is crypto, and then there's Hex. That's it.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
No. Hex is the crypto. And then there's the promise coins.
Well,
Correct.
crypto has become promise coins. Hex is what was.
I promise
supposed to-
you-
what crypto was supposed to be.
I promise you Hex will go up. That's the promise coin.
I'm gonna launch a token that promises that Hex will go up. So that itself is the promise coin.
We're drinking concentrated hater tears.
There you go.
Oh
That
yeah.
is right.
Yeah.
Let's
Just
go.
add hate.
No dilution,
So-
baby.
So I'm gonna drop something here. You know, we were hoping to be the first to bring this to Robert Kiyosaki's eyes because Funding Jim Gary talked to him in person in June at the Rebel Capitalist Conference at George Gammon's conference.
Yep.
So Robert had already heard of Hex and Hex.com before this interview, and we were hoping to be the next exposure, but DC and Cultivate Crypto beat us to it, and I'm okay with that because it benefits the whole community.
KNTX, we have an echo from this gentleman to my immediate left. Can you?
Yeah, but don't let that
You
get in the
and
way
your
of what I'm actually
years.
saying.
I
How's it
can't
again?
hear you. I'm hearing you twice.
Here,
What the
I'll
fuck
mute
is
him for
going
you
on?
for just a
Telemundo
second.
will.
Shh.
Telemundo only.
So we had already gotten into his ear about it, and this is actually great because now it's in his ear twice. If he does what he did, as Motley pointed out, he bought 50 Bitcoin just to try it out years ago. And if he did exactly that, then he has bought Hex and is trying it out as Motley believes that he is doing. That is fantastic. So we're actually, well, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I won't say anything.
You already did.
No, about something else that is related to it. So-
Just like the ornery child he is.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna leave that there because I've become the ultimate promise coin with the shirts and everything else. So by the way,
Hey, when's shirt?
those can be direct fulfilled now. Let me find out and see if he's got it live. We've got
What?
It's not. Yeah, it's not
direct fulfilled. What?
Only
what is
4
that
weeks.
in English?
4 weeks delivery.
You can order it. It's printed on demand and fulfilled out of the place that prints it.
Ah, okay, all right.
So we
Just
went
takes 4 weeks.
ahead. We went ahead because it's
Did
not
Henry
the
really just come in
quality.
here to
It's
gloat
not
and then
as
leave?
high a. Andy's gone. It's not that's the second time you've talked over me, Papa B. So we decided that it won't be the level of quality as far as the shirt itself that and it's these shirts right here, and they are so comfortable and so like stretch. They don't lose shape. They don't smell funky after several days. You can go jump in the ocean with them, come out, and they dry really well.
I smell funky after a few days.
Yeah,
So I think my shirt as well.
But the shirt wouldn't, though. That's the beauty of it. But
I will only wear those shirts then. Maybe
There
I
you
can
go.
finally get a girlfriend then.
So, if you guys are interested, it's hexagons.net. Hexagons.net. I'll put it in here.
Hexagons.net.
Yep.
And then the only thing you have to do is upload your private keys, and then you can get the t-shirt. That's how it
Yes.
works, right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay.
So hexagons.net, there's a shop. You can actually do hexagons.net/shop. And we've got all kinds of stuff that's available now. So we got it all set up this weekend. We can't let, and that's technically not our shop, but it is. We've got temporary licensing for these people to run that. So
Over what platform is the swapping going? The exchange thing? It says exchange crypto over what? Like, how is that been created? I don't care.
Oh, I think they're using on the hexagons.net.
Yeah.
I think he's using Changely to make that happen.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry
pretty
to talk
cool.
over you, Kinetics.
It's all good.
Oh, that's a pretty cool cap.
Yeah. Hey, Whales, $10 Hex Whales does a tail foot reveal. They want you-
You know, a tail on a human is not a thing you want to reveal.
Right.
But Alan wants to see your tail, Whale.
Yeah.
Hey, if he's putting up $5 for it, I'll take it under consideration.
$5 for a crack review.
Right.
Nice.
$10 for your only whales.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
cheaper than a plumber.
Oh.
Just saying.
That's right. And
Oi.
is Henry back now? What?
Oi.
Where'd you go, man?
Hey,
Couldn't hear anything. I had to change my headphones.
he had to drive a circle around his house in his new car.
Hey, how's that convertible working for you in the UK, which would probably be the worst place to
Well,
buy a
yeah.
convertible?
Yeah. So as soon as I bought it, the weather has been shit. But
Yeah, of
it's
course.
nice today. Like,
England,
yeah.
dude. Yeah, so you
Well.
decided to stream inside with us.
Yeah. With you mere mortals.
Oh. How's Henry Island doing?
Yeah, you've been
Good,
building
man.
hard. You haven't been here, man. Only building
I
on the
haven't, man.
island.
It's been doing everything Richard Hart tells you not to do. That's how I live my life now.
Selling down Hex to live the lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, just
he wants you to keep your
drinking,
job and keep being a net
enjoying
buyer.
yourselves, you know. Yeah, just
Use
everything he
limit order.
encourages you not to do.
Henry, limit orders, right?
I haven't been selling. I don't need to sell. Just watch it go up.
Nice.
How dare you enter this live stream without a monocle?
Cell stands for Celsius, right? Cell
Come
stands
on,
for
dude.
Celsius. That's what you meant, right?
Okay, okay.
Haven't been selling.
Bionicle. There you go.
Okay,
Wow,
Henry, that's
you're
about
cool.
it. Yeah. I wish I was as cool as Henry, man.
It's hard to get as cool as me, though.
Yeah,
Henry, when you
Can I-
posted your car, I was a little bit disappointed because
Why?
the car, the doors on the car didn't went up like this.
they don't go up like
They don't go up
This?
like this.
The thing is, like, I can't warrant spending like 250,000 on a car that's going to go down in value. It just doesn't make
Well,
sense.
if
to
you
me.
have a car that
No.
has doors whose doors go up like this or this, it gains value.
they don't lose value, man, because the cars go like this. It's
I think they still lose value.
no, it's math,
No,
man. It's,
you buy the
it's
right
just
car.
It's just maths,
Dude,
is it?
it's
Yeah.
quick math, man. If the door
Yeah.
goes like this, then how can it lose value because it goes up?
Oh, my
Quick math.
Oh, markable spot
It makes
for
sense.
the day.
I'm sorry.
And this,
that was super
this is
funny.
why I'll stay rich and you'll stay
Markable
poor.
thought of the day.
You'll stay rich and he'll stay markable.
And that's okay. Everyone
I don't
has
know
to
what the
pay
deal
their-
is here with Alex,
what's
but
up
he
with the
must
fee,
really
man?
want to see some foot reveals, man.
Yo.
Another $10.
I guess I'm gonna have to get that OnlyFans actually up and
Yeah,
running.
yeah.
That's right.
What does
That's
he
right.
mean by the hooker
Hey, Wills.
smoking lady?
Wills, and
I
when
don't
you
get
put that OnlyFans, just post footage of whale tails going in out of the
Imagine.
It would be
Ridiculous.
awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Very ridiculous, which is why it would be awesome.
So I don't want to talk about this. Crypto King brought this up to me. I've had several other people he must have talked to come to me about this as well. But the idea of pitching Hex to sharks, if like Coffee and I could go on the sharks.
Yeah, the pretty guys got to go on, definitely.
you knowing that the guy walks onto the Shark Tank and he's kind of a goober looking dude and he can't talk really well, you're like, oh, this guy's doomed. I don't care how good his idea is, this guy's doomed.
He's toast.
Yep. He's not getting any funding. Well, I like the idea of going on to Shark Tank. That would be pretty cool, especially in front of Mark Cuban, who's already crypto friendly.
How cool would it be to get in front of them and then just stare at them and say, suck it, haters.
I don't
Even if they
understand
don't know
what you
anything
do.
about Hex, the confusion would be funny.
I don't understand how you get there. How do you get there? You're not a company. You're
Yeah,
not
that
pitching
was
a thing. You're just kind of like, hi, I'm here to talk about Hex. All right, and then the shepherd's crook comes out and it takes you away.
Introducing the
Baking
only
so you make it.
decentralized yield producing product on the planet. No promised
Get
coins.
out.
Finished product ready to go. Hot out of the box. Yeah.
Shepherd's crook comes out, grabs you by the neck, starts pulling you off the screen. Like any other thing.
Reminds me of Porky Pig cartoons or something when he's getting yanked off the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was on my stage left.
Oh, the old cartoons.
Hey, you broke plebs in
Looney
the
Tunes.
chat. Start liking this stream.
That's right.
Thank
Put
you.
some likes on that stream. So it cracks me up, but you know, we're like, man, some of these or we have kids, so some of these comics on these animations on TV, these cartoons are just, man, they're trash. And then I look back at the old stuff that we grew up on, and I was like, oh my god, those were trash too. Those were in some ways even worse.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. The old stuff is somehow better than the new stuff, and I didn't like the old stuff.
The old stuff was hand-drawn,
Because the
cell by
old stuff
cell.
was handmade,
Yep.
and the new stuff is, I don't know, it's just Photoshop.
Yeah,
Or
basically.
something.
It's just
Something like
magic
that.
in computers.
Something like that. Yeah, but I think the important thing from what we should be able to, like, it doesn't make sense, right, for a cryptocurrency to try to get on Shark Tank, but I think it would be valuable information just to try and see what the process is and what information we can garner as far as reaching the public is from that perspective. That's what I think could be valuable in that process. But
Yeah.
you know, we would really
It would
just
have
have
to
to
be a
see.
stunt. It'd have to be a
Yeah,
stunt. You'd wrap it in a real business idea.
Yeah.
Get to the
correct.
final round, and at the very end, say, no,
That's a great idea, Pop.
forget that
Damn,
idea.
you're
Rip
you're
open
running
your
with it.
shirt
You're the
and it says
QB.
Hex.com.
Yeah,
Guess what?
forget
Hey,
forget
Crypto
that
King, now you know
idea.
who's running the show.
That's right. That's right.
Papa
Hey,
B will
Wales,
come-
we might
come
have a-
with
We
with
might
some
have a product to
spaghetti bags.
pitch here pretty soon. So
That is true, actually.
so we'll keeping that close to the vest for now, but that might be that might be something, guys. That might be something.
Maybe a shark in the staker app should go to Shark Tank and then just sit with the sharks and say, "I'm a shark too," and just start rating shit.
I'm not really sure what world or reality you live in, Markable, but either you're really on something good or you just are disconnected. And either way, it's cool. We love you.
You can
man.
buy anyone, man. You can buy anything.
It takes
How
all
mu-
kinds in the Hex.
It's like what Alex Dente said. How much for Earth? We can buy Earth, dude.
There you go.
I like Dorothy's idea here. We could pitch DS to the Shark Tank.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's this network, but it's
The whole network.
It's a media
Whole
network, right? It's a media
the
network.
first thing The first
We're
thing
talking
Cuban
about
says
serious
is, "Wait a
stuff.
minute, BS. What's the BS?" stand for?" No, I want to know. And Mr. Wonderful says, "Yeah, it says BS. You got to change that right away."
Yeah,
I'm full of all these ideas. I can market like nobody's business. The BS goes. The DS comes. And I only take 10%.
And no less.
Yeah, well, it's probably going to be the BS network from here on out. So
No, always was, man.
It always has been the BS
Yeah.
network.
that's true. Well, we let this be a community stream, so of course it's been the BS
Yeah, there
network
you go.
since the beginning. So this has always been a place for the community to come. So we're not here to give you any breaking news. We're not here to give you tutorials on, and which we might do more of in the future, but there's other channels that are already doing that very well, very successfully. So we decided to be the place for Hexicans, where you guys can come together and put your thoughts out there, and we can have an actual discourse. So along those lines, you guys, obviously not everyone in this community is going to agree with everything that happens in this community, but this is why we allow something like discourse. And sometimes it's funny because the thing that you think will hurt Hex and Richard are actually the things that are going to help it go viral. So let's be careful about getting too nasty to each other, guys, in the public sphere and in the chats, because there's a lot of times that the Hex maxis and the will never be maxi tribe that are in Hex come to blows a little bit here. So I'm not saying your opinion is invalid or wrong, but just know that there's going to be people that are never going to see the same way you do.
Because I wear glasses.
That's true. That's true.
That's a stupid comment.
One thing I will say is people need to understand, what we're talking about here is a finished product. Something else better comes along, then we're going to talk about that. I'm not afraid to say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there's big confusion in what is actually going on when people are talking about Hex. And I think taking a religious perspective on it is incorrect, right? On Hex itself, we need to talk about the product, right? And what it allows us to do. The product is one thing, your opinion and all the rest is another. So this is why I make the distinction very clear when I speak. I'm not talking about my opinion. I'm talking about what the system is doing. And that's very, very specific. So I want people to understand that. That's why I can talk how I talk. It's not because, imagine talking about Bitcoin like this. Like, you're crazy. You can't talk about Bitcoin with any kind of factual data points because all of that data isn't even being presented correctly. So first and foremost, you don't even have any valid data points, because if you want to talk about the market cap, it's just like Richard says all the time. Why are you counting Satoshi's coins if his coins are locked forever? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of things that we can, tackle and obliterate if we really wanted to, but it's just about picking the right battles. When you're on on social medias, you can't sit there and think that calling somebody stupid or retarded or whatever is adding any value. It's not. We already know they are, because they're not taking the time to educate themselves. Just help them understand that, and you're going to win without having to even follow up. And they're just going to keep looking stupid. It's really that simple. The best thing you can do online is make somebody look stupid without having to be nasty about it.
Yeah. Yep.
KNTX.
And if they have under 100 followers, just block and move on.
Wales and I, KNTX, Wales and I have found some middle ground recently. We both, and Wales, correct me if I'm wrong, but we both agree that first you get the money, then you get the power. Am I correct?
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
All right.
And
So
then
we're
you
now
get the
going
I
down
heard
win.
that on a
same
movie
road,
somewhere.
That was
arm
on
in
my
Must be
arm,
stream.
real.
going forward.
Yes, we are. That's right.
And
It
then
was
you
just a
get an
misunderstanding.
I mean, I thought Wales said, get out your pitchforks and torches and make some bad things happen, but that wasn't the case. He's saying, get the money, get the power, change the system, and I like
That's
that.
it. That's it, baby. That's it. That's all I've been saying. I think the misunderstanding comes in my reaction, maybe my delivery, because I know I'm a little aggressive. So I'm working on that.
Yeah, we're going to put a really soft beat under Will's voice, and then it comes in a little bit nicer. something. Like just some acoustic guitar, maybe.
Perhaps.
Like
Maybe some Carlos Santana,
Will's
something
only
like-
the singer songwriter.
Santana.
Singer songwriter Will's. He's just going to make songs
Imagine
about
that.
Hex.
Ballads about Hex. Imagine that.
Just singing facts about Hex.
Oh man, too funny. People like that though. They like that little clip. Interestingly enough.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's making its
We're gonna
way
make more,
around.
man.
On
We're
the
gonna
voice chat
make
was
more.
playing it today.
Oh,
wow.
yeah? Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
I'm embarrassed with this one. Junior Boner said something. Kinetics, you better change this logo pretty quick because some people could misunderstand that this
Boner
is the Boner Syndicate.
Yep.
And it's the
Well-
best motivation to change it ever.
I was going to keep it the BS network forever, and now I'm not so
Now?
sure.
Good. All right.
Yeah,
Put our
that was
Sharpie
real
out
funny.
and change that up.
Oh man, that was
I
funny.
gotta get to work. Figure out a new logo. I need designers out there pronto,
Work?
ASAP.
Work?
Remarkable.
Oh,
Jump
man.
to it.
Well, how
No,
about
I'm making
this?
the intro, dude.
Oh,
That's-
where's the intro?
I thought we
Where's
were
the
getting the
intro?
intro.
When intro?
Whoa.
Really don't
What?
Where is this intro? I only came for the intro and it wasn't even
Yes. Yeah,
It's
where
not-
is it?
It's
Unveil.
What?
Unveil.
Henry, I'm here for
Probably-
the intro. and the
probably
t-shirt.
done on Thursday. Probably premiering on Thursday.
What
Can't you
week?
understand? Henry's time is money. You can't bring him back
Yeah.
here for nothing.
I didn't tell him anything about the intro. He was just here. I
I
just
saw,
told
I
him.
saw your tweet. I saw the
just told
tweet
him- yeah.
and you
I
didn't
didn't
deliver.
say. Yeah, I didn't say it was this one.
Promise
have-
markable.
4 more weeks, guys.
Bitcoin never turned up. Safe USD hasn't turned up, and now the
Hey,
intro.
Leave me
Like,
alone, man.
that's 3 strikes.
Turn in
So
your
what?
beard.
You're gonna leave now or what?
You are full of promises, Marco.
I can help you, Henry. I can help
Full
you.
of something.
Goodbye. It's okay. It's okay.
The return of Henry.
Welcome. What is Kinestic doing?
Someone's playing some music in the background.
Will's
Kinetics is
probably.
making a limit
that's
order.
Telemundo!
Oh yeah, that's not that.
Telemundo.
Where's the price at? You know, I haven't really looked at the price since
39 cents.
yesterday.
Where the haters at?
I purposely didn't look.
Yeah, I just stopped
39.
looking. It was just getting abusive.
Yes, it was. It
That's
was.
what my
It
wife
was.
says.
How many pamps can you take in one day, sir?
Yeah.
I hadn't really digested the 30s yet, and now we're already at the
Yo, we
40s.
fucking flew to the 30s, man. This is the most time we've spent in the 30s today. I feel like.
DJ Pollywood. DJ Pollywood. If I put the D up and the S down, then that's down and to the right.
Yeah.
We want
Yeah.
up and to the right only here.
I
Are you
think
to the right only.
Pollywood? Are you stupid
Then-
or what?
Then kinetics.
Of course, dude.
Kinetics, as I suggested, the D should be on a different visual plane. It should actually be up, like the Louis Vuitton logo has a different skew, like this.
yeah,
make
I was
this
gonna
one go up.
say
The,
I was-
the
So
DE.
it's up and up to the right. It's double up. Bring
ma-
it forward. Lean it forward. The D.
something like that, or have them side by side, or have them crisscross in a 3D fashion. Like if
There
they're
you go.
like if the X is crossing the Z plane. I don't know if you remember that at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so just
Well,
look up.
I mean, I know what planes you're talking about. Yeah.
Just look up the graph for XYZ plane and you'll see what I mean because X
yeah.
is the cross and they like go perpendicular. So maybe make the D and the S look perpendicular. I don't know if it would make any sense, but just to keep them in that order, up and to the right. Because otherwise, you know, if you really think that's gonna be a problem, you know, maybe
It's a
no, it
problem.
already has that. What you could do is add. You see how you have a gap on the right side of the D.
Mhm.
Where the S crosses, maybe add a gap to the left side. That's
So
really
That's
good.
what I said. I said, why don't we
Yes.
just put the gap on the other side of the D to the, and that, you know, these artsy fartsy types that design stuff that won't look good. I'm like,
Because it wasn't their idea.
because it wasn't their idea.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, so wait, Are you seriously considering changing the logo after you done all the work for the merchandise stuff?
No,
The t-shirts
I'm
are
not doing
good,
it all
man,
over
so
again.
no problem.
I
The
like-
merch doesn't
I like
exist.
people thinking
Let's
it's
be
the
honest,
merch
the
doesn't
merch
exist,
doesn't
that's
exist. It does not
It does
exist.
now. Didn't you see the website? Where you at?
Yeah, if you
I love Henry's conviction.
Who's had any delivered? Who's got a t-shirt in hand?
it's a scam, dude.
Until there
No,
are physical
it's
products,
right behind Kinetics
it
right
does
now.
not exist. It does
They
not
exist.
exist.
They're right behind Kinetics right now. Look,
Where?
they're there the whole time.
That's yeah. You see that stack of shirts right there?
Oh, I can see a stack of something.
He's just cheap about the postage.
See, I got shirts. I got shirts.
I could grab a shirt.
Them.
I could grab
We
one.
need to see
Sure,
the
my
I've
logo.
got loads of shirts
I
hanging
got
about.
shirts.
Every
Don't
time
worry
someone,
what they have on them. Don't
every
worry
time
about what's
someone
on them.
buys,
But I got
every
shirts.
time someone buys on the website, Kinetics gets a new T-shirt.
Who's Meet Kevin? I don't know who that is. Who's that? I don't keep up with pop culture. Who's Meet Kevin?
Ooh,
He's
what?
a
idea.
finance guy. He's
The
actually
guy that's
running
running for
for
governor of
governor of California right now.
Well, apparently Hex is being showed on whatever it is that he does right now.
Literally right now at this
that's great.
moment.
Live
Yeah.
stream.
Dude, I reached out to
Courtesy
him.
of Papa Boner's underling. Thank you, Papa Boner.
Why are we getting more and more YouTube
Underling?
names that
Well
are
done.
Papa Boners? They're
Papa
always
is
minions.
Papa Boner rules, you know. He's the Papa.
I'll get
And
There you
some
go.
there's
snack.
many.
He's been spreading his love all over YouTube.
I got an underling. I got a junior. I got some illegitimate things going around there.
He's got a rent boy.
So here's the thing that's frustrating is I sent him when he was all pro the Doge. I actually sent him an actual screenshot of my staker app saying pro got the Doge ain't got shit on me. And you need to talk about a real crypto. And that motherfucker is hard to get a hold of. And all of a sudden, maybe it's just because Robert Kiyosaki looked at it, but now all of a sudden, he knows what Hex is. And it doesn't matter to me as long as he figures it out.
You know
What
how
are we
that
talking
goes.
I
This
think
Meet
Meet
Kevin
Kevin's
feller.
good.
Oh, I don't
Meet
know.
Kevin's okay. He lives in.
He's a
Venice.
nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kevin
just-
Paffrath. They're trying to get rid of
Newsom.
Gavin Newsom, and he's running against him. So came
Got a
here for the
couple of
DS,
people
stayed here
over
for
there.
the BS.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Love
And
it.
just for
Love
that
it.
reason, DS is going to stay BS for the rest of eternity.
Let's go.
Well, I'm glad that he's chilling Hex right now, dude. We're viral now, bro.
Is he
We are
showing or
n-
not? Can we run it? Is it on live now?
I'm
or
looking
not?
at it. I'm looking at it.
I don't
Stock
know.
market open and crypto correction. It says here.
Awesome.
Not in Hex. Crypto correction? Is there a crypto
Well,
correction?
we have dropped
What?
3%, guys, so that is a correction.
No.
What?
Hex.
We don't
corrects
register
upwards.
small price movements. In
You
Hex,
don't.
sir. X is enough. X is enough.
You
Thank you.
haven't been here.
No,
long enough.
that's a big enough drop. A 3% drop is a big enough drop, and then we can do the next level.
I don't think you
Well, there you
understand,
go.
Henry.
Did you catch that dip, sir?
I'm gonna look
Yeah.
for it, guys. You guys keep
3%
talking.
dip.
You guys keep showing why we're
Dip
called the
those chips?
BS Network, and I'll go find actual real content for us to talk about here in a second.
What do you mean crypto
What do you
correct?
mean? Look at that price pamp we've been experiencing over the weekend. Nobody freaking slept all weekend. What?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I've been thinking about today, honestly?
Hex?
No. Pulse.
Oh, that's something different.
What do you
man.
think
All
is
right.
hold
Tell me
on.
all about it.
Time out.
Wells.
Time out.
I'm thinking that the time since I sacrificed my Hex for Pulse, I would have made a shit ton of money.
That's
Yeah.
not-
Don't you forget though how
Yeah,
that's relative
that's
to the,
my thinking,
That's relative to the psychological floor for Pulse will reflect that. So don't
Yeah.
worry about
Yeah, like I'm still expecting at least 1,000x from Pulse, you know,
Yeah.
as a conservative, as a conservative estimate.
Conservative.
Yeah, so
Conservative.
I think it'll be
Okay,
okay, but
put the link for Kevin in the
the 200% I've lost in a month is quite a lot of money.
not realized, not lost.
It is
You got
lost.
to be a member.
It is lost.
You got
It's
to be a
lost.
member. You got to pay $4.99 a month to comment on his chats and his live streams.
What?
That's lame.
I'm cheap, dude. That's
Wait,
like
what?
that's
So he
like
does-
that's
so he
like
doesn't have
20
any
hacks,
comments.
dude. There's no way I'm doing that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
cover it.
No. Why would you
Hey,
pay to
Hey, but
comment
Wills,
on this shit? What's up?
Wills, you just said, you know what I've been thinking about? And you said Pulse. So that's it? That's it?
Oh, yeah, no. So now that everybody is like all up into Hex's ass, what do you think is gonna happen when Pulse comes out?
Dude, Pulse is going to be amazing.
The same.
It's going to pulse at least 14 times.
I
Yeah,
just...
at least.
Yeah, the gatekeeping won't exist on Pulse like it did
Exactly.
No, man. I already heard multiple things about Pulse from random ass people. Like they
Oh wow.
They just heard about Pulse.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard
And
it.
I just start to laugh when I hear that. I'm like, yep, all right. Keep on talking about it. That's cool. People
Yeah,
want
like
to
you don't know
stuff on it.
anything.
Because that's the
There
only
was
place
a
you
little
can do
bit of-
stuff.
I like
There was a little bit of
Junior.
FUD after
I like
the
Junior.
I'm
Oh,
disowning you, Junior.
sacrifice. But that's
Hey.
stopped. There's been literally no FUD about Pulse, and considering that
No.
it keeps getting
Can't.
delayed, like
Makes the demand even greater.
Jorgen, go pay the $4.99 and go chat up in his chat real quick.
That's crazy.
Throw some hex in there.
What was mentioned so far? Can
Yeah,
anybody
be kinetic.
report?
I'm not seeing
Minion.
anything except ADA yet. So if someone has like a timestamp, I'm not seeing any.
What's ADA?
The
Bitcoin.
promise coin with the
Yeah.
promise contracts. For
Promise
5 years.
I'm
For 5
begging,
years.
man.
5 years.
what
5 year
what
promise
happens
contract.
5 more
after
years.
this next like bear market, and then the next bull market, and ADA still hasn't delivered smart contracts? Do you
Smart
think it'll
contracts soon, guys.
still be pumping?
Well, I'll be
Yeah.
watching this later. I'm not going to watch this right now. This
Probably,
is-
yeah.
The
Yeah,
next
kinetics.
generation
But they're
is
coming,
around
guys. They're
by-
coming in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Just wait
yeah.
5
coming.
more years.
Just
five
wait
more
another
years.
10.
Just
The
like
thing is, like,
just like
the thing is,
institutions
when
in
they
Bitcoin,
launch,
right?
it'll be a ghost chain.
Nathan
right? So,
Espinoza, I love you. Look into hex staking, perhaps CD of cryptos. All right, that's right.
What are you talking about?
On Kevin's chat.
Oh.
Stop watching someone else's stream while you're streaming.
That's true. I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, Markable.
Be more professional.
It's a
Hey,
streamception.
Markable, get
Pay
back from the
attention
chat
to what
when
you're doing,
streaming.
Kinetics.
I get that his stream is
Hey,
maybe a little bit more
Hey.
fun, but
Mini Kinetics.
yay!
Mini
5555 stage.
One T-shirt just came.
Right.
You know what?
Because the older they get, the more expensive they get.
So I think I'm gonna name Joe Hexotic as the godfather of my child. He
Oh.
gave
Godfather?
her one T-share staked at 5555 on her for her birthday.
So
Wow.
to become
Oh, that's sweet.
so to become her godfather, I just have to stake 2 t-shirts.
Huh.
Well, in that case,
Well, I'll just say this: you'll be in the running. So
who's next?
I'm keeping my t-shirts. Don't you worry.
well, apparently Henry doesn't like me as much, or doesn't like the baby as much as you do, Mark. Well, I don't know what Henry has against babies, but
he gets jealous quick. So
Henry doesn't
back
want
in the-
competition.
Henry
just
doesn't
don't-
want
back in the
competition.
I just don't want
trash can,
babies.
dog kibble.
Full stop.
Yeah.
Like,
Full stop. Whoa, you can't
Keep away
push that
from
button.
them.
Did
We're
you
gonna
train
sniff
the
them
dog to
cords,
take
yeah.
care of the
So-
baby? Because that's the
so
best.
so if you want to live on
trying
Henry
to
Island,
figure out
can you have
something.
babies? Or
She
yeah,
can play
just
with
like
the.
in
You
the
can play with the Sharpie,
It's
right?
pop.
That's
Of
cool.
course.
Cages.
Yes, yes.
There you go.
Take the cap off.
That was so funny.
So for all of you guys just joining us right now, since we got like an extra 40 viewers that just hopped in the last 5 minutes,
oh, Bitcoin's dumping hard. Nice.
No wonder they jumped.
that's
Everything
not what I was
dumping.
going to say.
And-
That is not at
It's
all what I was
dumping
going to
as
say.
it should.
As it should,
Oh, you mean to tell me that was coming and nobody knew? Wow.
right? Well, I talked to DC yesterday. He doesn't think that we will ever come close to seeing $10,000 Bitcoin. He thinks it will run up to 100K this year.
Well, he's a
So-
boy.
A lot of people think that. Though.
Well,
and,
let's see how it
he's,
goes.
he's
I mean,
welcome to his opinion until
so
proven
if
right
it
or wrong,
follows
isn't he?
traditional TA, that'll probably be an incorrect assumption. But if the
Yeah, but-
fundamentals have changed, which I don't really know what has changed for the fundamentals personally. I mean, I don't see the second, third, and fourth richest man on the planet talking about how they're investing in Bitcoin. So I don't know.
I think the real issue is NFTs. Like, if NFTs were not in this market, I would 100% agree that Bitcoin, Ethereum can go higher. But the fact that people are spending, a 12-year-old made like £400,000 in like 12 days selling some shitty whale NFT.
Crazy.
Like,
That's a heavy kid.
like it can't continue. It can't continue. Like, you know, it's impossible. NFTs will ruin this market.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't really care. I've got
that's my biggest problem with this market and why I don't agree. I don't know about 10,000. My number is 15,000. 10,000 is Rich's number. My number is 15,000. But I don't see how this continues with, number one, everything that happened in the beginning of the year. Number two, everything that happened from April forward. Number three, the fact that they're still doing reverse repos. That hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
That number is still greater than 1 trillion. So you have to look at the money flows. You got to look at the fact that the only time the market goes up is when it gets pumped by Tether. So that all of those signs are not pointing to bullish continuation, in my opinion. So you got to learn to look at the flows if you want to make a proper assessment on what could happen. Now,
Hey, if you were Tether, real quick, if you were Tether and you could print on demand,
you would.
And then you go, what would you go buy with it?
Well, not that, because I would stop the printing and not get slam dunk later on. Right?
Guys, I think I figured out the 10K though. Wouldn't it be interesting if it was a 20K, and then that just caused enough panic to cause the overshoot wick?
Yeah, it could be an overshoot.
That's
for sure.
Yeah, you only need a
Richard
flash
said
crash, don't you?
It was a wick.
Yeah, like flash crash.
Yeah, no, my thinking is more of like trading action at 15K, like actual, floor.
I mean, and obviously you're going to get those wicks on the scam exchanges that are margin trading just to wreck people. So, like, you'll see it probably on.
Cool thing is that regardless of what happens, we're going to make more gains.
Finbear, she has no neck. She's stout. She has no neck.
But the thing is with Hex, it doesn't matter. Does it? This doesn't matter. It doesn't. The rest of the market doesn't matter with Hex.
Nope.
Nah, it's irrelevant.
Like, I would love to see Bitcoin at 100K, but I would also love to say suck at haters at 10K. I don't care what happens. I'm just gonna.
I would like Bitcoin to go to 100K because then we would. 10K. So because then we'd be number one, right?
Pretty much.
Basically, yes.
No, that would be pretty funny. Yeah,
dude. I don't know how you can continue to gatekeep when you become the number one by market cap. If that's what everyone thinks is so important.
I'm sure it'll happen.
What would be number one if they gate kept us on CoinMarketCap and we couldn't be number one? What would be number one in the place if Bitcoin goes to 10K? What would it be?
Well, the rest of the market would drop as well, though, won't it?
Yeah,
exactly.
Everything else is correlated, but it would at least be ETH.
I mean, ETH is the only. That's my thing.
So then everyone would say it's the flippening. It's the flippening for ETH.
We can't presume that just because. Okay, so here's the thing. You got. All right, Bitcoin is something separate from ETH, right? But they both run together for very similar reasons. Now you guys got to remember that ETH was given a pass back in the day. It was given a pass for a reason, right? It's still around for a reason because it was looked at for being a security, and it still exists. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to say like this. I talk like this for a reason. There's certain things I'm not going to say verbatim, explicitly, but understand the implication behind what I'm saying. So when it goes up, and it goes up with Bitcoin, which is completely manipulated by Blockstream, which clearly is tied to Tether in some way, shape, or form, it shouldn't be surprising that ETH also moves in tandem with Bitcoin, and then it continues thereafter because it has a different functionality than Bitcoin.
Which translates to NFTs at these times.
Right.
But I don't see much talk about Bitcoin. Like
Because it's all about
everybody-
NFTs right now.
Yeah, like
Literally, look, last week I onboarded somebody, they had money, whatever, and they were talking to me about NFTs, bro. I was like, please do not. Please do not. And this
I
is
don't
why.
know. I don't understand
Like,
how
what the
everyone
fuck?
is this retarded.
No, it's not that, brother. Is that's what they're pumping to them. That's what they see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know other shit exists, and they don't take the time to go and look either. That's the actual problem. Because people rely on these intermediaries. That's the issue. And until people get wrecked, they don't learn not to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
'cause
guess
we
it's
actually-
all those people just like how we were in 2017, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
no, these are new
NFTs
people,
is
yeah.
the new ICO. Like ICOs is where we thought we were going to make all our money in 2017, and it's NFTs. This.
Toysy is funny. But
So-
yeah, you're correct, man.
I think that Hex would get the same pass as Ethereum if the SEC really wanted to go after it.
But
But
it
they
can't.
may.
There's no intermediaries here.
I
How
agree.
can they go
cannot
after
go.
it?
They
I
cannot.
agree.
They
I
cannot.
agree.
There's no way.
Literally cannot.
I agree. So here's the deal.
All they
So
can
what are you
do is
talking about
pump a
then,
headline.
Kinetics?
Yeah, all they can do is
Kinetics,
pump a headline.
What are you footing, Kinetics? Come on.
They may come. No.
All they can do is headline. That's it.
God fucking damn it! You're all gone. Oh man.
Let's talk over him again.
Pop it next.
So, you were saying kinetics.
Obviously, nothing of relevance or importance. So
I want Kinetics. I want to hear it. That's why I came. That's the only reason I'm here
I'm
today.
all ears.
So, even though it wouldn't be true, because we know that Hex is not a security, they could say some nonsense. They could come out and say what they said about ETH. At its launch, it was a security, but now it's so decentralized, it isn't. So, and I'd be okay if the SEC came out and said that. Even though it was never a security, at least we know going forward the SEC is never coming for it. So,
Light bulb just went off. Fingers crossed, and let's hope that exact scenario happens, because guess what? Buying opportunity.
buying opportunity.
Please
That's
do it.
exactly right.
Please do it.
Please do
Please.
some. Please,
Please.
yeah, SEC. Please
God,
pump our bags.
Please. Oh, please. Oh, I've never been so hyped. Damn, thank you, Kinetics. Fuck. I've never wanted regulators to get involved so much before until now.
Yep.
Yes,
And
please.
Fudge some people out of their bags.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh my
Mhm.
god. That would
Well,
be amazing.
check what the hexagon says.
Oh,
Well, now
yo.
you can buy and make characters for games that don't exist.
Oh, the market, it's in a caca. Oh, in a doo-doo.
it's in Zakaka.
Jesus.
It's in
What the
Zakaka.
hell happened, Bitcoin?
Is there-
Dorsey, you were right. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have. Earmuffs.
Oh, the market is in the car.
Oh, everything's dumping. Nice.
I
No
like it.
surprise, bro.
Oh, that's so. This
Uh-oh.
price action so sad.
Hex is dumping. No.
I thought we were going to 100k.
Yeah.
Ah, oh my god, I'm still at six
like
figures.
Richard
Somebody
said,
save
like,
me.
oh, my gains.
Oh, synthetics minus 20%. Oh
It's
my
gone.
god, that's so sad. Dogecoin minus 15. Oh, another sad chart. Oh,
What is Doge at right now?
I don't know. Below us.
Doge,
That's-
I gotta know.
26
What?
cents. Jesus.
Where is it?
34 cent.
I can't even find it.
Number
What's
9.
What's Doge?
It's barely in the top 10.
It's in the top 10? Jesus Christ. It's
Yeah,
ugly
it's
out
still-
there. If that's in the
It's
top
still
10.
there.
And USDC has printed a bit more money, hasn't it? It's up
Yeah.
to number 11 now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they've been printing.
I'm
Yeah.
long you.
They've turned on the money printers.
You just don't
They-
No,
say like it is
everything
other.
else is dumping, so that's what it
11
is.
billion coins, it looks like they've printed since I last checked.
Yeah,
'Cause
man.
they're almost at 28 billion market cap now.
Mhm. They used to be at one point, they were at.
When they were in the top
I remember
10, they
being-
were at 11.
Right. I remember them
Before we
being at
passed them.
11. I remember them being at 21, and now all of a sudden they're at 28.
I mean, I guess if the US government is printing money, then they're allowed to do exactly the same, right? Just
It would
Why
make
not?
dollar
sense.
for dollar.
It would make sense.
I just
28
wish
trillion.
there was a stable coin that they couldn't pull out of your wallet because that's not DeFi. And these guys can just invalidate your coins
Yeah.
instantly.
Sure can.
Can DAI be? Does DAI have some?
If it's backed by
Some-
Tether and
It's
USDC,
backed by Tether and USDC. So if your whole premise is that it's a DeFi coin, but then you're backed by the coins that can be yanked out and it's supposed to be reserved, well, now you don't have a reserve anymore. So not that matters, because I think that's all just a marketing meme anyway, personally. No one cares if it's fractionally reserved or not, as long as everyone agrees that it's a 1-for-1 trade. That's all that really matters. I mean,
if
these things only have value
Cardano
because
could be
we
number
agree they
4.
have value. I don't care what anyone
Yeah.
thinks the mechanics or the code behind it are. These things only have value because people believe they have value.
All
You can't
speculation.
accept Bitcoin for anything, but people think it's worth $50,000 right now. So
Oh no.
No.
41.
$49,000.
What?
Oh, 49. Sorry.
And
He is.
soon
Sing
$10,000.
it, baby girl.
Not
Sing it.
financial advice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sing
Sing it, baby girl.
Yeah, that's it. Bye.
Sing it, baby girl.
I mean, Cardano's number 4, and literally it can't even do a smart contract. So
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what we
pretty
call
sad.
standards, baby. Yeah, that's the promise coin space standard right there.
Yep.
And now let's see what
Well,
what,
but
what
Cardano is
token will
successful
bounce back first.
making promises.
Starts with an A?
what's his name who founded Cardano? He's good at making promises.
Hoskins.
Hoskinson.
He's a promise coin.
He's the
king, isn't
pro at it. He's the
Mhm.
pro.
he? He's a
Dude,
proper pro.
He is the guy from Silicon Valley that says no when the guy comes to him and says we need users, or we're about ready to launch so we can have users, and he says no, we don't want users because then we have to actually produce earnings. As long as we just have a concept and we don't have a working product yet, we can keep raising money, and that's what Hoskinson's done for the last 5 years. Just keep raising money.
So it's like
But the real
WhatsApp until they
question
sold it
is-
to Facebook.
The real question is if the doors on Hoskinson's car go up like this, or just normal.
And
How
does he have
good
a,
is he, right?
Does he have a tequila?
I'm not even sure he can drive. He doesn't look like a driver.
He rides a llama and he drinks its hot milk on his way to lunch. Look at me, I'm sophisticated. It's so great. You all ought to try it. It's great. It's so much
It's
better
a-
than
it's a
Yeah,
good job.
I watched him in Mongolia drink that hot yak load.
Yeah.
It's a good job that DS
Is that
doesn't
a
really
real
get any
thing?
followers, isn't it? Because we might get sued one day.
Hey, I'm just pointing
Well,
out
hold
what
on.
it
Did
is.
he really do that? I mean, I'm asking because
Yes.
that's wild as fuck.
Yes.
That's crazy, bro. Then why would we get sued if that's true? We should be the people suing.
That was not the stuff I was talking about that we could get sued over.
Oh, gotcha. Well,
Wow.
it just
I don't know.
in 4 days, if these because the smart contracts keep getting pushback. As Blue Bum so correctly put it in here, their press release says 4 days they'll have smart contracts. In 4 days, if they have smart contracts, I'll stop talking about it. But I will talk about how it took 5 years to get there and how we're going to do it in how many short months.
It's already done.
And I will also like to talk about their ghost chain because I'm assuming it's going to be a ghost chain.
This was awesome. So, my father made Hoskinson some suits. I asked my dad to say, when smart contract?
That's a good one.
And we will not settle for above average intelligence contracts. They have to be smart.
So I am not an expert at this, but they are creating their own code, and development will take a decade. Here's the thing. My understanding is that the Haskell code isn't even as usable as most of the codes that already exist out there. So
Well, Richard already kind of alluded to that when he shitted on their chain. So
that's just from people that are smarter than me in the dev space that
Also,
understand that.
If you're working on a coding language for a decade, isn't it already out of date once you launch it?
actually, yes, good idea.
And insecure as well.
Like, how is that?
And it's insecure as fuck, correct.
Yeah.
And you've got shit developers. So.
And you got shit developers because they're working on code that's 10 years old. Next.
Next.
Richard is stealing your wall.
Let's start with a square.
RG3, I don't know what you're talking about. A little aggressive? I guess I'll need a little more context for that one. Maybe someone else knows what he's talking about.
With the baby, you're really.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are, RG.
Yes, I guess the answer is yes. Yes.
Yes.
You gave her a Sharpie.
Yes, I did.
It's a little aggressive.
Pop the lid off and
not a chance, Peter.
Peter's late to the party.
See what happens.
See what? Yeah, and sit her down by
I'll go
wall.
to Kaka. She'll end up with it first the Hitler mustache, and then the full handlebar, then something with an eyeshadow, and then mommy will say, "What the hell did you do to my child?" It'll be perfect.
More like Mad Orcas only.
Okay, Blue Bum. We know you got a bag of Ada. That's cool. That's cool, bro.
Oh, hey.
It's cool, man.
They've been building and trying for 5 years, dude.
I'm just saying.
Blue Bum's been around in Hex for a long time as well. Surely he's made a lot more money.
They've been taking people's money for a long time and have no viable, reusable product yet. So that's my problem with ADA.
In 2017, I would say you're right.
Yep.
I'm saying they're lazy.
And we need all these experiments. We need to see new technologies emerge. We need to see new ways of coding. We need to see things happen. But I don't like the way that he travels around the world on everyone else's VC dollars. And then for 5 years doesn't deliver any kind of product.
That was the thing I had a problem with. Is that he just took a damn vacation for like a year and it's like, well, I'm going to see the world and not even concentrate on my damn project.
On the project that you gave me billions of dollars for.
What, Richard takes like 15 minutes off to like drive a car down the street?
Yeah. Someone was telling me that Charles Hoskinson makes like just off of delegating his proof of stake of his portion of Cardano, like $1.3 million a month or something like that. Just in delegating his stake to a node validator.
Why is he not allowed?
Yeah, RG's right on this, and he's pushed it back twice. So if it comes out in 4 days, I'll be surprised. Honestly.
Yeah, this is not coming out, man. I mean, let's be honest. It's been 5 years. What are we even talking about?
But that's why the Cardano price pumped, and the Syndicate says that he probably sold into that pump.
You guys got to remember, they're trying to make this just like the stock market. They don't ever
just before the bear market.
Like, they're not trying to actually, advance anything. Like, look at what they're doing in Ecuador or El Salvador. People think that Bitcoin is going to be used for better over there. It's not. They're forcing people to have a very specific wallet, the only one that they can use, and it will be KYC only.
Oh yeah.
So
the thing is they published that they bought 400 BTC, and like 400 BTC sounds like a lot of money, but it's fuck all for a country.
For a whole country.
Like that's what I mean. Like I worked it out. I was like, that's not that much money. I was like,
everyone gets 20
that's
cents.
Nothing. That's like nothing.
Here's gas fee.
Yeah, so no seats for everybody.
What?
So circling back real quick, just to circle back, and I think we all agree here. I'll take Richard Hart over Charles any day. When it comes to a 100%. Proof of stake consensus network, I'll take Richard Hart all day.
Imagine if we had that kind of time to own a Richard Hart project starting from zero, talking about the code base.
We do.
No. I mean, imagine if you didn't even have to use Geth.
Oh. Oof.
Yeah. Imagine that. That would be a hell of a freaking ride. Yeah. Because Cardano didn't even start pumping until the fall of last year.
Mm-hmm.
It was about 1 cent or less for pretty much his whole existence prior to that, except for maybe a couple of pumps here and there. So Cardano's not really a beast, you know. People been holding that bag for a long time because Cardano's like what 5-6 years old at this point. So it's a little older than ETH.
Yes.
I mean,
1.3 cents.
you would have some decent gains if you hold through everything.
I mean, yeah, but that's people don't think like that, and that's the whole thing. You know, people have learned to do that because crypto has forced them to learn to do that.
Well, now that the Hoskinson haters hour is over,
Your baby says
I wasn't
outro.
talking about. I wasn't talking about that. Sorry.
Listen to what the baby says.
What do you say?
Edit up.